Ooh, an infinite money glitch was discovered. Well, at least that's the meme that people are going with, is the infinite money glitch in real life. Before I get this video started, I do want to say I'm not a financial advisor. I'm certainly not your financial advisor. And I didn't actually get involved in this. Heartbreakingly, I've had a really busy week with family stuff and some other things that I don't really want to go into. And as a result, I just haven't had time. I haven't been involved in any of this. I did not buy any of these stocks. I probably would have, and I'm filled with a little bit of regret right now, but it does let me make this video and explain everything to you guys. So what happened? You've been hearing about GameStop stock, AMC stock, BlackBerry stock, these stocks that have just gone through the roof. GameStop going from $4 to almost $500 at its peak. How did this happen? Why did it happen? And why does it matter? Well, I've really enjoyed watching the instant millionaires overnight because these people are becoming millionaires on very small investments overall for them. But that money is coming out of the pocket of really corrupt hedge fund managers and hedge funds that have been playing the stock market and playing the game for years. And when they make money, it's normally the little people who suffer. So it's been a real piece of schadenfreude to watch it happening the other way around. So what's happened? Well, it came out that a bunch of huge multi-billion-dollar hedge funds were shorting GameStop stock. And this was discovered and disseminated and told to people on Reddit's Wall Street Bets page. It's a really interesting stock trading page. I would not take the advice on there for granted or for guaranteed. I don't think that it is guaranteed always right, but it is an interesting Reddit page. And they found out that these companies were shorting these stocks, these hedge funds. And what shorting is when you go, if I wanted to short a stock, I would go to a big financial institution that has some of that stock. And I would say, I would like to borrow that stock. While you are borrowing that stock, you owe interest on the amount of stock that you've borrowed. So you have to give that financial institution money over time. And generally you'll do it for 30, 60, or 90 days. And then you have to return the stock as is. You don't pay for it at any point. You return stock to them. And what you do in the meantime is you sell that stock, hoping that its value is going to drop. So you borrow 10,000 shares in GameStop, and then you sell them at $4, which is where this all started. And then you hope that it drops to $3, because then you buy it back at $3 and you've just made $10,000 profit because you made $1 profit per stock because you sold it for $4, bought it back at $3, returned it to the financial institution, paid your interest, and you're sorted and you've made profit. And they do this on a huge scale, and they do it very regularly. And they, pseudo illegal things, manipulating markets, or lots of hedge funds will dump one stock all at once to really easily short it. It's very shady. It's always been really scummy. And it got turned around on these people because while they were shorting GameStop stock, all of these people on Wall Street Bets and this huge army of people went on easy stock trading apps and they bought GameStop stock. They bought it and bought it and bought it and bought it and bought it, and the price shot up. Some hedge funds lost money to the tune of $13.2 billion, right? That's the kind of money that some of these hedge funds were losing because they borrowed this stock, sold it at $4, and then it was $500, and they borrowed a lot of this stock. And now they have to buy it all back in order to give it back to these financial institutions. And these institutions want it back because it's so much more valuable now. And this was awesome. Watching the overnight millionaires, watching the billionaires on Twitter losing their minds, these hedge fund managers who have been gaming the system for years, crying on Twitter going, we need more regulation. They break regulation all the time. The number of people who do naked shorting, which is where you short sell, but you don't even have the stock. You've not actually even borrowed the stock, which is illegal, but it's done all the time, like in shady ways, under the table and all of that. And people who naked shorted here got hurt even worse, which is even funnier. They've been doing market manipulation for years, and there's actually an example of them doing that to try and fix this situation because all these hedge fund managers, multimillionaires and billionaires, managing billions of dollars for the world's wealthiest people, were losing money hand over fist. And that money had to go somewhere. If they're losing it because they have lost money on that stock trade, all of those people who teamed up and were buying this stock were making money. And honestly, watching people go, I'm a millionaire now. I invested 40 grand. I saw one Reddit thread. I invested 40 grand and he proved it all with pictures at, I think he bought them at like $6 and he invested 40,000 and then he sold at $435, right? And I think the other people going, just hold, don't sell, it's a trick. You should have sold when this got to 500. Eventually, this bubble was going to burst. Stock has value, but it's got to be secured in something. You know, if the company doesn't have value, and GameStop does not really have value, that stock is not worth $500 a stock. You really should have sold it. All the people saying, just hold, just hold, just hold. No. You screwed over the super rich people. You all made money. Now dump it while they are forced to buy it in order to repay and give it back to their lenders, right? You can dump the stock and you can still have all that money that you made. Unfortunately, this glorious Robinhood adventure was cut short by the app Robinhood and other similar trading apps, because the average person trading is not doing it through a broker or through a portfolio. They are doing it through easy to use apps like Robinhood. And these apps removed the ability to buy GameStop stock, AMC stock, BlackBerry stock, all the stocks. So all these huge hedge funds crying, and then all of a sudden these apps, one of them named Robinhood, literally named for stealing money from the rich and giving it to the poor, and it's all about let the people trade, let the people trade. Capitalism, it's a free market, right? It's a free market until the rich people are suffering and the average person is making money, at which point they removed the ability to buy GameStop stock. Obviously that caused a sell panic. Of course it would. Everybody started selling. It dropped as low as $230 odd. I think it dropped almost down to 90 at one point, and then it's bounced back. It's sitting at $253.87 as I record this video. It has been fluctuating wildly. But I think that actually what Robinhood did there is, one, it's gotta be market manipulation. Like the thing that all these hedge fund managers are crying about on Twitter, oh my God, the market manipulation. Not that they don't do that every single day with their billions of dollars, where they manipulate markets for a living in order to maximize money that the super rich get back, right? So they're doing that scummy, thievery nonsense for a living constantly. But now that it's been turned on them, now their own weapon has been turned against them, and all of this money has been drained from these ultra rich into these normal everyday people who just saw an opportunity and took it. Now it's time to stop them. And stopping the buying of that stock, I genuinely believe, while the hedge fund managers were crying about market manipulation, oh my God, Reddit is market manipulating. No. The real market manipulation here is shutting down people's ability to buy it when they are an average person. Doing that caused a massive drop. Obviously, it made the bubble burst immediately. I think the bubble would have burst soon anyway, but it should have been allowed to happen naturally. Robinhood should be ashamed of themselves. I really hope that this ends up being prosecuted criminally. I really hope that that app burns in flames. I hope nobody ever uses it again. I hope nobody ever uses any app that is similar again. You cannot trust these people when they have done this, when they've gone, oh, the super rich are getting hurt and you're making money. No, fuck you, we're gonna burst that bubble. And okay, yes, a lot of people made a lot of money and it was very easy. It was the infinite money glitch, right? Like, ooh, that's nice and easy. But they did it within the rules. They didn't break the law, right? You can call it market manipulation all you want. It was a bunch of people getting together and going, oh, we should buy this stock, right? That is not market manipulation. They didn't lie. They didn't disseminate false information to convince people to buy it, or, you know, have this huge nefarious plan. We're going to boost it to this amount and then sell it. They were a bunch of individuals who came together and gone, I think we should buy this. I think this would be really good and really funny. And it would also screw all the people who shorted the stock, which is also really funny, right? Like screwing over hedge funds is funny. Costing them $13 billion, a single hedge fund, is really funny, because these are the 1%. These are the uber rich. These are the people that we don't like. Nobody likes the uber rich and the wealth disparity on this planet, right? There's a reason we all think it's crap. So I think it was really funny. I think it was a really good thing. I really enjoyed watching it, reading the stories about people who made money. If you made money with this, please comment down below. Let me know how much profit you made. What price did you buy at? What price did you sell at? It gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling to see the uber rich get screwed. It really does. But also let me know if you've uninstalled the Robinhood app, and please never, ever, ever use it. Never trust them. That company deserves to go. It should no longer exist. The people behind it should never have anything for the public again. They went, it's the name. The name is the worst part for me, and I know that's a bitter, like, ooh, little anger thing. How can you call yourself Robin Hood, steal from the rich, give to the poor, let the people trade on their Twitter? Ooh, let the people trade. That's what we're all about. We're all about letting anybody trade. Anybody can be a stockbroker. Anybody can make money on the stock market. And then when people are actually doing it, because it's hurting the uber rich who control these markets and have for years, and now they're all of a sudden crying for, ooh, we need regulation. Now you're going to take it off and you're going to shut it down and you're going to stop the average person making money? You're going to screw them over for your uber rich people who are complaining? Come on. That's ridiculous. They should be ashamed of themselves. I hope this was informative in any way, shape, or form. This was just an easy off-the-cuff video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. I honestly thought it couldn't get any worse. I finished the video, I did the outro, and now this has happened. Robinhood is now forcibly closing people's positions on GME, and they've done it at terrible prices. Like, they waited for it to get real low. It's bounced back a lot since then, and they force closed people's positions at like $118. Forced closure, by the way, is where they sell your stock for you, which is in their terms of service that they can do if they decide that your portfolio is at risk. This is absolutely ridiculous. How do they justify closing on a position that wasn't even a short seller an option? They just closed on the position. That's ridiculous. You can't say their portfolio's at risk when that person has chosen to invest their money in that stock and not done anything else with it. It's criminal. The tweet's going to be up on your screen. Holy crap, this is monstrous.